So I was talking to one of my friends, and we realized something about women and men. It's not one of those videos that's going to separate women and men, because this generation gets off on like choosing like which one is better, and the woman is the cause for the fall, the men are the cause for the fall. It's not that kind of video. This video is about emotions, and how, you know how like there'll be men who say like, well, women are emotional creatures. It's because of a woman's emotions that she fell for the trick of Satan, and that's why the world is cursed. There's truth to that. God took us out of a man's body. We are the other rib. We were the missing piece. The missing piece that was within. Let me break this down to you. God made man in his image. The appearance or outer appearance of God is masculine. That's why we say he when we refer to God. That is why when he sent himself in the physical form, he sent himself in the form of man. And that's why when he made humans, he made man first. Man, a man. Of course, we know that he put Adam to sleep, took out his rib, and made one man. A woman is the feminine attributes of God. And what I mean by that is God is not man or woman. God is masculine or feminine. But because God is creator of all of those things, you cannot make or give out of a place where you don't have. God is emotional. He gets angry. He gets jealous. God gets happy. God has emotions. There are emotions within God that when he made man, he put everything in his image, just like in God's image. He put everything in that man. However, because man or humans don't have the capacity to be both masculine and feminine all in one, which is why this transgender act and all these things that the world is trying to come up with is demonic, because we don't have the power to do that and still be sane. He said, okay, there are attributes of yourself that because you're operating like this, you aren't able to operate like this. And Adam saw that every animal had a mate. There was a job. There was a job for the males and there's a job for the females. Like in a pack of lions, the women hunt and the men guard and take care and protect, right? So God put Adam to sleep and he took a rib out of Adam. And so yes, women are emotional. We have qualities about us that men don't show per se, or that they don't express because they don't know how to express that, because outwardly the way that a man will express emotions will not be the same way that a woman will express emotions. That's our strong suit, and a man's strong suit is to protect. But women, we have to get it from somewhere. Women are emotional, yes, but the emotions came from out of the man. The emotions came from out of the man. If all of our being came from out of the man, we didn't get our emotions for nothing and from nowhere out of thin air. We got our emotions out of a man. So when men use this narrative that women are overly emotional and that's why we are failures, essentially, it's almost like self-hatred because we get it from you. There's a lot of times men don't know how to address or sit with their emotions, and that's why they hide and cover their emotions up, because they don't know what to do with them because of how masculine they are, because God kept the man as masculine, and so we need masculine and femininity to make the whole promise and image of God, right? God first put both masculinity and femininity in one being. I need you to hear what I'm saying, because this is not no demonic teaching. What I'm saying is, if a man was made in God's image, and femininity and masculinity all exist within God, softness, nurturing, love, wrath, anger, instruction, power, discipline, all of those wrap up in one God. In order to make the full image of God, he needed to make man and woman, because we're not powerful to hold both masculine and feminine attributes. We're also not God enough to procreate without needing a mate, like all the other animals that Adam saw in the garden, right? Deep down, men are emotional too, but the woman is the physical manifestation of those emotions. This is why the women are the helpmates. Women, we are called to help pull those things up out of the man that he doesn't know how to access or that he doesn't have access to. This is also why women need men, okay? Because I'm not just saying men only need women, but there is a specific reason why men need women and why we are called the help. We are called to help them navigate through that. And that is why emotions is our strength, so that because emotions are our strength, we can help navigate and help our husband, because we're not the wife to every man, but to help our husband navigate through those tough spots. Because, you know, that's just their makeup. They don't have the capacity to do that and be masculine, because emotions are a feminine attribute. I don't care what nobody says. To be emotional, yes, God has emotions, but that's because God has masculine and feminine attributes. God is both. God is all. This is why A man's job is to labor, and one of the most important jobs of a woman is to labor. This is also why they're trying to diminish the role of a woman in society and trying to say, well, we're no longer going to call women mothers. We're going to say birthing parent. The birthing parent. The parent that births the kid. I wish you would call me a birthing parent. I'm a mother, and mothers have wombs to birth. Men labor. They take what's in the physical and use creative energy to turn what's in the physical into something better. Something that grows, something that multiplies, right? A woman also labors, but instead we take what's from the spiritual and we harbor it inside of our womb using that same creative energy that God put on the inside of both man and woman, and we turn something from the spiritual into physical. So we're both laboring and we're both creating something, but it's in different forms. That's why God cursed both man and woman with the curse of labor. Women must have painful labor within childbirth, and men must have painful labor, meaning you will till and you will work 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 and you will work. You will labor for it. This is why a man is a woman's covering. A husband is supposed to be his wife's covering, because the wife or the woman is the physical manifestation of what's already on the inside of that man. Because God took those feminine attributes out of him and made both man and woman. Feminine, woman. Masculine, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Because we are what comes from the inside. There's a reason why God took a rib to make us. So when you take a rib, what's left? What's left exposed? Your heart. We are the emotion. We are the inside, the depths of a man manifested in the physical. And that is a woman's strength, not to try to be a man too, not to say, well, I don't need no man. I could do this too. I could do that too. That's not God's design. A woman should be a man's soft spot. A woman should be a man's peace. A woman should be a man's relaxation. He should feel safe, right? As your man is covering you physically, you cover him emotionally. You nurture that. You don't use his emotions against him. You don't use what he tells you to break him. I am guilty of that as well. You don't use that to break him. He's your covering because you can't be as strong as him physically. You can't take the pressures of the world the same way a man can. That's why there's so many depressed women and women who are walking like men who have the same demeanor and temperament of a man, and they're so stressed and masculine because you're trying to take on the same pressures of men, because feminism is demonic. We can't take on the same pressures as a man. So as he covers us and keeps us and protects us from that, we are supposed to protect him and his heart and his emotional makeup and wiring. That's why when you notice, and this is not me condoning, but you notice when a man cheats on a woman, women take it better. If a woman cheats on a man can't take that. You might as well kill him. You might as well murder him in the street, because he don't have the capacity, the emotional capacity that a woman has. Women can take a lot emotionally. That's why we are the nurturers of the children. That's why we don't get, the baby can be screaming all day, but we don't get as stressed as a man would. If you left a man at home to deal with children all day, every day, single fathers, I salute you, because that's not what God made you to do. I don't care what nobody says. Call it what you want to call it. And because emotions stem from a man's heart, the Bible says, guard your hearts. Guard your heart. A woman is a man's heart. Are you not catching it? We are the man's emotions. Guard your hearts. The wife is the heart. The wife is the heart of the home. That's why he's called to guard us. The Bible means so many things in different forms, ways, and formats and fonts. Comfortability, understanding, wisdom, and friendly. This is the definition of the word heart. Mind, emotion, will, knowledge, reflection, and memory. These are also some adjectives. Not adjectives. What's the word? Synonyms of the word heart, or the definition of the word heart. A woman is supposed to be wise. The Bible talks about unwise women. The Bible talks about how a woman who tears her house down with her own hands is foolish. For it's better to live on a corner of a roof of a house than to live with a quarrelsome or argumentative wife. We're supposed to be friendly, his peace. We're supposed to have wisdom. We're supposed to have knowledge about things that he doesn't have knowledge in. We're supposed to be his comfort. That's what a heart is. his mind, his will. This is why women, I'm sorry for the noise. This is why women are very manipulative, naturally. So are men, but women in a different way. There are toxic women out here who will use the emotions, mind, and will of a man to change his mind about something or to keep him stuck in a toxic cycle. This is how you see women narcissists in marriages. This is how Eve got Adam to eat the apple. Because women have power over men emotionally. Because men are not as, it's not their strong suit. This is why women can manipulate men, but they do it emotionally. Women use their wisdom. Toxic women use their wisdom to manipulate men. Delilah did it in the Bible. Well, if you really truly love me, then you would do this for me. If you truly, you don't love me because you won't tell me your secret. You don't love me. How can you say you love me? Because people like biblical proof, right? For the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And if women are the heart, your heart is made of flesh. And this is why women are the weaker vessels too. Because a lot of times a woman's weakness is logic. A woman's weakness is anything masculine. I'm not saying that logic is a masculine thing, but you will see more masculine people operate more in logic because we are wired as women to hound and cultivate that the emotions of life. We are called to cultivate. That's why we're called to teach our children. Don't hit, don't bite. If you get upset, you don't hit and you don't bite. You handle it correctly. No, don't do that. That's why we don't feel like we want to kill ourselves when we're at home with the children all day. Yeah, I mean, eventually, if you have no help at all. But I'm saying if it was in God's original design, if the men were not toxic and they were doing what they're supposed to do, taking care of the bills, and all you had to do was your job, which was take care of the home, you can handle that. This is why we are called to raise up these children in the way that they should go. The men are the disciplinaries. That's their strong suit. But their strong suit is not sitting there listening to all day. It's just not. You can hate it or you can love it, but that's not their strong suit. That's a woman's strong suit. That's how a woman is supposed to think. That's how a woman is supposed to feel. That's a woman's strong suit. You're the weaker vessel, boo. I'm sorry to tell you that. You're weak. You're not weak, but you're weaker than a man. That's why you're easily manipulatable. That's why you fall for BS quickly. That's why you see so many women out here, and I'm going there. You see so many women out here with 5 different baby daddies. You didn't learn from the first mistake? Not that your children are mistakes, but who you had it with was. You didn't realize that? How can you keep getting manipulated in the same area over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? Because you're the weaker vessel. How was Satan able to trick you? Because you're the weaker vessel. Satan tricks you every day, women. You're the weaker vessel. You're not strong like a man. You need a man because you're not built to handle the pressures. That's why Adam didn't fall for it. He was built to handle the pressures. He was built to handle the pressure of that temptation. The only thing, if the enemy wants to destroy a man, he will use a woman to do it. Because that woman, the emotionalness, the femininity of that woman can control a man. The snake couldn't do it. His homeboys can't do it. Deep down, if you want to destroy a man, send a woman. Ahab got destroyed by Jezebel. Samson got destroyed by Delilah. Adam got destroyed by Eve. Abraham, his wife, she was emotional. Well, I can't have babies anyway, so you might as well just go sleep with the maid servant. Then got mad when he did it. It's a pattern about women. Pay attention to what's in the Bible because the answers are there. Women need men and men need women, but it's time to understand the roles of each. Because if you want to sit here and say that there's no such thing as roles, you will always be lost and you will always be confused, and the world will always be the way that it is because y'all are ignorant and y'all are stupid. And y'all don't want to do it the way that God designed it. You want to pick and choose what you want to do. You want to say, well, God made marriage, but you want to have a gay one. Oh!